Section 2 is about cloud computing. Employees in most companies access data and use applications that are stored on the computer servers or their own computers. However, many companies are taking up cloud computing as it has a number of benefits. Some of you probably use cloud computing. For example, Apple, if you use the Apple Cloud or you use Google Docs, I use the Google Drive. Those are examples of cloud computing. With cloud computing, you're able to access an array of computing resources without significant investment. For example, Google Drive is free up to a certain amount of storage. So you don't have to have a hard drive to store your information on. You can actually store it on Google Drive for free. So it also lower cost and gain excess capacity. So you're able to store more. Use a wide variety of sophisticated cloud-based apps and tools, and take advantage of incredible gains in processing speed via parallel computing. I like this quote, and it says, like everything else, cloud computing too has its pros and cons. While technology can prove to be a great asset to your company, it could also cause harm if not understood and used properly. Cloud computing, along with its advantages, carries risk as well. It can pose a threat to security and loss of data. And that came from the source, Pros and Cons of Cloud Computing. In Section 3, we're going to talk about decision making and information technology. So we do have some terms. IT will help transform data into information that can be used by decision makers. Data are a collection of facts and figures. Data in their raw form have limited usefulness because they lack the context needed to give them meaning. When that data is processed in a way that is useful, then it becomes information. Files are organized in a systematic order in a database. So a database is a file consisting of related data organized according to a logical system, and it's stored on a hard drive or some other computer accessible media. And a company might have different databases to meet its specific needs. Also, even in the college setting, IT is used to help transform student data into vital information. So here are some characteristics of good information. It's accurate. It should be free of errors and biases. Relevant. It should focus on issues that are going to be important or that are important to decision makers. Timely. It should be available in time so that it can make a difference. Understandable. It must help the user grasp its meaning. And then secure. It should be confidential information. It must be secure from hackers and competitors. IT departments work closely with managers to support their decision-making process. Decision support system. This is a system that gives managers access to large amounts of data, and it gives them the processing power to convert these data into high quality information, which improves the decision-making process. Business intelligence system is a sophisticated form of decision support system that helps decision makers discover information that was previously hidden. So here in your book, it shows an image of what an expert system does. It helps managers make better decisions by asking a series of questions until enough information is gathered to reach a decision. I really like this example in the book. It talks about a freight train, how it can derail if one or more of the 8 steer wheels on one of its freight cars break, and which would cause a massive loss of life and property. Every year, an average of 400 train wheels break, creating the possibility of 400 disasters. But with 12 million freight train wheels on 1.5 million freight rail cars in the United States, there is less than 0.0033% chance of predicting when and where a wheel could break. Thanks to business intelligence systems, freight rail companies are frequently able to predict when a steer wheel needs fixing or replacing. As a result, the accident rate for freight trains has dropped 80% since 1980 and 45% since 2000. So this is a great example of how business intelligence systems can be used to prevent the loss of life and property. One of the most important or most common approaches to implementing a business intelligence system is to create a data warehouse and use data mining to discover unknown relationships. Data warehouse is a large organization-wide database that stores data in a centralized location. Data mining is the use of sophisticated statistical and mathematical techniques to analyze vast amounts of data to discover hidden patterns and relationships, thus creating valuable information. In recent years, data mining has been successfully implemented in a number of areas, including quality control, crime detection, and scientific research. Managers use expert systems to receive guidance during the decision-making process. Expert systems routinely solve problems in device areas. This is a decision support system that helps managers make better decisions in an area where they lack expertise. The limitations, so it mimics an expert's approach to problem solving, but the limitations are the need to program thousands of decision rules. So that's a lot of IT work there. The difficulty of clearly explaining and articulating decision rules, and a lack of flexibility of a specific expert system.